Ownership gives you authority. It does not give you legitimacy. Authority is positional. You own the property. You write the lease. You set the terms. That is authority. Legitimacy is different. Legitimacy is when the system itself justifies your authority, not your mood, not your intensity, not your effort, the system. Authority without legitimacy survives on force. Legitimacy survives on structure. When authority stands alone, every decision feels personal. Every correction feels confrontational. Every disagreement feels like a challenge because nothing beyond you is carrying the weight. Legitimacy changes that. When expectations are defined early, when standards are consistent, when enforcement follows clear design, authority doesn't feel arbitrary, it feels inevitable. This is where many landlords lose ground without realizing it. They believe their ownership is enough, so they operate through presence, through reminders, through tone, through pressure. And for a while, it works until it doesn't. Because positional authority erodes. If rules shift, if consequences vary, if standards drift, if tolerance replaces clarity, people stop respecting the position, not openly, quietly. Disengagement begins first, then testing, then resistance, then exhaustion. By the time conflict appears, legitimacy has already collapsed. Authority is just reacting to it. Legitimacy feels different. It feels calm, not because it's weak, because it's stable. People comply with legitimacy not out of fear, but because the structure makes sense. Predictability creates compliance faster than pressure ever will. Authority says, because I said so. Legitimacy says, because this is how it works. One demands obedience, the other creates alignment. This is why enforcement heavy systems fatigue. They lean on authority without reinforcing legitimacy. And authority alone has to constantly reassert itself. The reassertion becomes louder, more intense, more frequent, which accelerates erosion. Legitimacy doesn't need volume, it needs consistency, it needs clarity, it needs governance upstream. When legitimacy is present, authority feels lighter. When legitimacy is absent, authority feels heavy, heavy with tension, heavy with resistance, heavy with constant vigilance. Stable portfolios are not held together by personality. They are held together by legitimacy embedded in the system. Authority without legitimacy collapses. It always does. Sometimes slowly, sometimes loudly, but always predictably. If leadership feels like constant enforcement, legitimacy is missing. And when legitimacy is missing, structure is absent somewhere upstream. Authority can be claimed, legitimacy has to be built. And once it's built, authority stops fighting to survive.